Hey everyone, my name is Heba and welcome back. I have a new product here from Chanel. It's the #1 Day Chanel Red Camelia Skin Enhancers. That's supposed to boost radiance, even, and perfects the skin. So we're going to check that out. So these skin enhancers, you could use it as a primer to put underneath your foundation, or you can use it by itself. But let's look at the product. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's the same shape as the #1 Day Chanel foundation, which I have tried. It's not my favorite, just didn't work out for my skin, but I wanted to check out these skin enhancers. So back to the bottle, it does have a black top with the Chanel logo on the top there, and it does have a pump. These cost $60 and you do get 1 fluid ounce of product in here, and there are 3 shades. And I'm holding the lightest one, soft pink, right now. And you're probably wondering, why did I get the lightest one? Because I wanted to see if it would work with my skin tone, because I can kind of go either way depending on the season. But before I get into the shades, let me look on the Chanel website to give you some information about this product. So these are enriched with red camellia extract and red camellia oil. This complexion illuminator helps revive skin's natural radiance and protect against environmental aggressors to preserve a youthful appearance day after day. Plant waxes and hyaluronic acid offer long-lasting hydration. Smoothing and perfecting, the formula can be worn on its own or as a primer underneath foundation. It's available in 3 sheer, subtle pearlescent shades for a luminous finish. So again, the key ingredient in here is the red camellia flower. The red camellia extract helps defend against environmental aggressors and restore the look of radiance. The red camellia oil helps maintain skin's protective barrier function, while a complex of natural waxes delivers softness and comfort, and hyaluronic acid provides hydration. So that red camellia flower does a lot of things with the #1 Day Chanel line. So again, there are 3 shades, and let's start with the lightest one, soft pink. Let's look at the texture first. It is kind of thick, kind of like a foundation texture there. And let me just kind of swatch it here, blend it out on my arm. And yeah, you can see that it is light, but I am darker now. And you can see some luminosity in there. I hope you can see that. I hope the camera picks it up. Now let's go for the middle shade, which is medium coral. And I think this one's more my skin tone. Yeah, that one's more my skin tone. And it does have kind of like a peachiness to it. And then the deepest one is intense amber. And let me say, this one is intense. All right, yeah, that one looks really ambery, doesn't it? So here are the 3 shades: soft pink, medium coral, and intense amber. Let me turn off the light here. I hope you can see that better. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this on my face, but before I started this video, I did apply each shade all over my face separately, so you can kind of see how it looks like all over my face. I don't know if I'll insert it here or while I'm, giving the description about the products, but I did use each shade all over my face so y'all can see it. And now I'm going to do half and half, like half soft pink and half medium coral, and then take soft pink off and put intense amber on this side, or whichever side I start with. So I don't have anything on my face, just skincare from this morning. And let's start with soft pink. I'm going to use a whole pump. Now it does say that you can use your fingers to apply it, but what I noticed with soft pink, if you use a sheer buffer, like this one from Sonia G, it does kind of diffuse the shade a little bit to where it doesn't look ashy. And it smells so good, oh my goodness. So what it looks like is that it has more of a pink finish on my skin. Yeah, it's giving me some radiance there, isn't it? And it's just like a moisturizer, just kind of sinks into the skin. And yeah, wow, look at that here and here. You can really see the difference. Let me apply what's left on my fingers and use my fingers. Now I have to admit, using my fingers, I do kind of see it sinking in my pores there. So let me just kind of buff it out and see if that will help. Yeah, a little. It looks like my skin with a lot of radiance. And I have to say that it does not look ashy on me, because I thought it would. So if you're my skin tone, I think this one would be okay. Because most likely I'll be putting a foundation on it, especially if I have maybe a darker foundation or maybe the same shade foundation. But we'll see how it looks like underneath a foundation, because I haven't tried that yet. So now let's go into medium coral. And again, let me use the sheer buffer. Oh, I forgot to turn on the light. There we go. Okay. All right, so here's soft pink and medium coral. Medium coral does look more like my skin, and I can wear this one by itself. Okay, let me put what's left and use my fingers to apply it. It's kind of emphasized a little bit more there. What do you think? Soft pink and medium coral. You know, I do like medium coral, and I think using my fingers does kind of make it, you know, sinking in my pores. But it does look like I'm putting moisturizer on my skin. It's not, you know, showing texture, sinking in any wrinkles or anything like that, but you can really see the difference in color. Soft pink and medium coral. Okay, now let me take soft pink off, and let's see what intense amber will look like against medium coral. It's gonna look dark. All right, now let's go with intense amber, and I think I'm just gonna use the buffer. I mean, that looks really orange on my skin, but we're gonna shear it out and see what it looks like. Yeah, that is giving me a lot of intensity here with the amber shade compared to medium coral. But it is giving me radiance, and it is sinking my skin, and I do prefer it using this instead of my fingers, because I think with my fingers it will just kind of sink into my pores. Now let me apply concealer and foundation, and it's going to be from Chanel. I'm going to use the Sublimage concealer in the shade 70 and 40. Let me go ahead and do that because I like to use a lighter shade inner and outer. And really, you need a little bit. It does come with a little brush. Maybe on the amber side, it's going to look a little light. Yeah, that does look like I have a fake tan. And let's go into 70 and just kind of even it out there. Yeah, when I put concealer, you can really see the color difference. I mean, that's dark. You know what I'm gonna do? Just realize something. I'm gonna take it off my forehead and put soft pink on my forehead. That way I can kind of see all three shades together. Yeah, let me do that. Because I was wondering, how can I see it with soft pink? Just put a little bit of soft pink here and use the buffer. Okay, wow. I know I can't use soft pink by itself. I can use medium coral, but not soft pink or even intense amber. That's just gonna be too dark. And soft pink will be just too light. Getting a kick out of myself here. Okay, now let's put foundation on. And I'll be using the Sublimage foundation. I have it also in two shades, 40 and 70, because they don't have 50 or 60 in this foundation shade. So I like to put 2 pumps each. Another wonderful fragrance with this product. Okay, now let's see how this will look like underneath the foundation. Okay, I know it just got cloudy all of a sudden and the lighting is kind of off. Let me turn off this light here and see if that'll work. Did that help? Okay, I can see the intense amber here, and I can see that does give me some radiance here. Looking really good on my skin. And the soft pink, can't see the color, but it's giving me a little bit more radiance than what I usually go for. But this is what it looks like, all 3 shades underneath the foundation. Again, intense amber, medium coral, and soft pink. This may be a little too close for comfort, but here you can kind of see the radiance that it's giving me. And again, this is intense amber, medium coral, and soft pink. So let me go ahead and finish putting the rest of my makeup on, and we'll see how this looks. And here's the finished look, and it's almost a full face of Chanel. Everything except for the eyes. Trying a new eyeshadow palette from Yves Saint Laurent, but pretty much everything else is Chanel. So on my forehead is soft pink, on this side is medium coral, and intense amber on this side. So can you see a difference after I put foundation and all the other face products on my face? One thing I can see is the radiance that's just beaming off of my skin. I can see it more with soft pink. And I did not set anything with powder, just underneath my eyes. I can see a little bit of difference in color up close. I can see this one's a little bit more darker. This one looks more like my skin, and this one just shows radiance. Maybe it is a little bit lighter, but it's hard to tell because I'm just seeing, you know, shininess. Let me turn off this mirror in front of me. I did get a new mirror. So I do have 3 different lights in this mirror. Okay, so this is the cool light, warm light, and neutral light. Let me keep it in the cool light just to kind of give it a little bit more brightness to it. So hopefully you can see the difference. But how it looks underneath my foundation, I mean, it's looking really good. This is a good foundation for me. Do like it. I don't see that it's caking up on me because it's more of like a moisturizer, even though it was kind of thick, you know, when I applied it on my hand. But it is giving me radiance. So far, I think my favorite one is the medium coral because that one does match my skin tone. And it is kind of, you know, enhancing the foundation a little bit. That's what I'm seeing in the mirror. This one, if I use just shade 40, which is the lighter one, I think that would kind of, you know, darken up the foundation a little bit. And if I use 70, using soft pink would just kind of neutralize that a little bit. I don't know, I think you can go either way with these foundations, but if you're my skin tone or lighter, I wouldn't go with intense amber. That's just gonna be too dark. And if you're my skin tone, maybe a little bit darker, I think you can get away with soft pink. Maybe in the fall, winter times, but if you do, you know, tan in the summer like I do, this may be a little bit too light, but I'm not seeing it looking ashy on me though. But medium coral, I think is perfect if you're my skin tone. And it looks beautiful on now. It does give you radiance. So I don't know if you do have combo oily skin, if you like that much radiance, but I will powder my face just to kind of see how it does. But it's looking really good underneath my foundation. Now wearing it by itself, I think I can get away with just medium coral. It's going to be too much, too intense with intense amber and too light with soft pink. But for underneath foundation, for my skin tone, that's kind of a hard decision to make because, I mean, it just depends on the type of foundation and the shade of foundation you have. But that's if you're my skin tone, maybe a shade or two off. Let me let you see what it looks like on my arm after it's dried down. So yeah, you can see soft pink, medium coral, and intense amber. Looks really good, and yeah, medium coral does look more like my skin tone in the mirror. But yeah, medium coral I think is a perfect match for my skin tone. But honestly, I think I like them all. That's kind of surprisingly, because I didn't think I would like soft pink, because I thought it would be too ashy, honestly. And when I tried intense amber all over my face by itself, I mean, you can kind of see that it's dark on me. But underneath foundation, especially, you know, the right shade, it's not bad. That's going to be a hard decision to make of which shade I like. But so far, medium coral is kind of inching ahead. But I'm going to keep trying these like I always do with different foundations, different brands of foundations, different shade of foundations to kind of see which I like better. I think medium coral is edging it out. Soft pink and intense amber, it can go either way. It can. That's what I'm seeing. I'm outside, I'm using my iPhone, and I just want to see if you could see a difference in color with the skin enhancers. So again, on my forehead is soft pink, this side is medium coral, and this side was intense amber. I think it looks okay from what I could see. Of course, you know, I'm not wearing my glasses, and I see better when it's on, you know, on my laptop, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me go out in the sun in this heat. Actually, it's not so bad. It's probably what, 99, 100? 3 o'clock, so the sun's right in front of my face. But here is what it looks like in the sun. Shafi just came home and he noticed my face.
Really, it's amazingly beautiful.
What is it that you see difference?
The foundation.
The foundation.
It's beautiful.
Is there a side of foundation that looks better?
I think both sides, that's a little bit darker.
Ah.
But both sides are looking beautiful.
Okay.
I didn't even notice the difference in the shadow there.
Because I'm trying a primer, and there's 3 different colors. So the light one is on my forehead, the medium one is on this side, and the darker one is on this side.
Yeah.
So...
And I like the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow looks beautiful.
You know,
don't you agree? Don't you agree? Look at this. Look at this.
No, we're talking about the foundation or the primer underneath the foundation.
Okay.
You did good.
No,
Look at
it's
that.
really nice.
You noticed it.
Of course.
Okay.
All right.
Back to the video. Well, all right, you guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful of me trying the 3 shades of the #1 Day Chanel Skin Enhancers. I hope it was helpful. I hope it wasn't too confusing. But anywho, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it and enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you will have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.